Welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport.
Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport and some interesting news from Australia and the S5000 Championship, as it has been revealed that Rubens Barrichello and Giancarlo Fisichella have joined the grid for the first round in Melbourne in the Formula 1 support meeting. Rubens Barrichello raced in the series last year, but that was little more than a well-organised test session. Barrichello, who last raced in Formula 1 in 2011 for Williams, never actually won an Australian Grand Prix. He finished second on 3 occasions, twice for Ferrari and also in 2009 for Brawn GP. Fisichella, who retired in 2009 after getting his dream drive with Ferrari, did win a race in Melbourne. He won the 2005 Australian Grand Prix with Renault, although he only finished in the points at Melbourne 4 times out of 14 tries, which is not a great record really. But it is interesting that a pair of Formula 1 legends has joined the grid for this new upstart Australian single-seater racing series. I'm guessing the main draw is they get to take part in a Formula 1 event, even if it is just in one of the support races. But it does give the new series a sense of legitimacy because they are not the only great racing drivers on the grid. Alexandre Premat is a Le Mans Series champion, has at least tested an F1 car, a Spiker in China in 2006. He also won the Bathurst round of the V8 Supercars series last year, sharing the drive with Scott McLaughlin. Williams test driver and Formula 2 driver Jack Aitken is also on the grid, and he is a very capable driver, along with Indy 500 regular James Davidson and a whole host of young and exciting talent from Australia. I don't think Fisichella will spend his time racing in the whole S5000 series, but Barrichello has already raced in the series and may be willing to give it a good go. It does make for an exciting race, and I am going to watch just to see how my old favourites get on. Will either of them win the race? They might, they are experienced, but I have a feeling they won't. I'm not sure how much racing Fisichella has been doing recently, so he is going to be rusty, and Barrichello doesn't really win much at anything anymore. Doesn't matter, it's really exciting to see them back, and the S5000 season opener at Melbourne is going to be a really interesting one to watch.
Be able to put those cars on the famous track where Formula 1 was, I think is going to be fantastic, and I think they're going to run pretty well. So I think it's a great idea, especially to promote and to have something for Australians and to Asia and maybe Europeans and Brazilians as well and South America to come and race.
We've got Rubens Barrichello here and obviously Matt Brabham, just 2 of the names who are showing interest in the category and potentially looking at next year as well. So, but first of all, this weekend, get them on track, really showcase the category, showcase S5000s to the population and get it ready for Grand Prix next year.
We're 6 months away from the Formula 1 Rolex Australian Grand Prix 2020. It's our 25th race, and like everything we do in Melbourne for the Formula 1 Grand Prix, we've got a big motorsport lineup.
The big events coming up with the Grand Prix and then also Sandown this weekend, and it's so cool to be back in an open wheel car. I grew up racing open wheel, my family, the history, and it's going to be so good to get back. I think it's been a little while for Rubens since he's got into an open wheel car, and it's the same for me. So we're both talking to each other, and we're so excited to get involved and have a crack at it and see what it's all about.
So a weekend for legends to return to an F1 grid, just not during the Formula 1 race. I'm really looking forward to this weekend. Formula 1, WRC, Supercars, S5000, IndyCar and NASCAR, possibly more. It's the most full a weekend we've had so far this year, so get the beers in, grab a sack of Doritos, like, comment and subscribe on this video, and have a good one.